What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, you guys? We are back again for another episode review of Our Kind of People, Season 1, Episode 4, Crabs in a Gold-Plated Barrel. Okay, so we start the episode off where it left off last week. Last week it ended with Angie going to her baby daddy in jail, okay? We don't necessarily know exactly why he's there, but we know that there is no relationship between her and him at this moment, and there is no relationship between him and his daughter. Basically, why Angie is there is because she feels this. She might think it's time that he starts to develop some type of relationship with Nikki, and we find out that because Angie had to tell him the reason why Nikki been acting out or whatever ever since her mother died, and they were best friends and things like that. And he was like, oh, your mama used to send me pictures of her every month ever since I've been locked up. And all of a sudden when they stopped, I knew that something was going on. So she was taken aback by that. And she got in her feelings a little bit, and he had to let her know, you the reason why we ain't got no relationship, to be quite honest, because you didn't want me to talk to her up in this jail. And I know some people don't want their kids to, see a parent in jail because they don't want how that may affect them or whatever. But I can't say whether or not you should do that or not, because I never been in that situation. But I think, to be quite honest, if you would ask me, I don't think that's fair to the child to not let them know what's going on with the parent, or at least know that the parent is still here and not in their life just because or whatever. But anyway, so she get a little ticked at him, he get ticked back at her. Next thing you know, he's saying some little slam poetry, because I was like, he coming at her throat, and I'm like, are the words rhyming? I rewind that thing and I said, they are. I said, what is going on? She was like, you know what? This was a mistake. This was a mistake. I said, don't do that, Angie. Don't do that. All right. Meanwhile, she go back home, and she about to have her daughter. We already know Nikki is supposed to be the face of her new business of Eve's Crown, the new face. And she's about to do her hair, and the auntie was trying to understand, girl, where you was at? Okay, she didn't tell her where she was at. She just told her she had to wake up early, do something, for herself or whatever. And then her friend comes in. I forget his name, Izzy or something like that, but it's Alex. If y'all remember him, oh my God, if you looked at Glee, you know exactly who he is. He's on Broadway. I hope I'm saying his pronouns correctly, and if I'm not, my apologies. But beautiful voice, like he can sing his ass off. But he the girl, okay? That's his girl. They've been friends since they was kids, and he's just there to support her, and just very much happy that she's finally about to get her business, like in an actual building, up and running, and finally able to find her father and know who he is, because he knew how much that meant to her, how much she went through not knowing and everything. So we move on from that, and we get Papa Franklin. He out there on the golf course with LB, this basketball player, played by Dro from Insecure. And he also the basketball player, the main character on Games People Play. I reviewed that last season. I'm just finna plug that just to let y'all know. I reviewed that last season, 9 out of 10. I'm gonna review it this season because it comes back on next Tuesday. Okay, finally for season 2. That's the show that had Lauren London in there. But it was good, so I'm gonna see what it is, okay? But yeah, he basically trying to get him to come over there to his side with the stadium that he's building, the Lewis Franklin Jr. Stadium. And, he got him in a way because he had told him, I like the fact that don't look at us as owners. Okay, he's not looking at them like, he said, don't look at me like an owner. Okay, I don't like that word. You know what I'm saying? And even Quincy, his grandson, had to, tell him, you can do this, you can do that. You're not going to be looked down for doing this or whatever it is that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like these other white owners be doing with their players and stuff like that. So you get a little bit more freedom. All right. And so he was like, cool. And I like the fact that you named it after your brother, his and who he is. Now, at that point, I was like, who is the brother? I said, is this Darius, the one that the aunt killed allegedly that we found out about last week? Oh no, this is another one, Lewis, okay? And I was like, so he into some type of activism, and he was basically like, he not gonna let his legacy die, so that's what he is. That's why he putting it the name of the stadium. Meanwhile, these two guys rolled past on the golf course, and they was basically like, basically your stuff that's coming out here in the news or whatever about you cheating on your wife and having a love child and all that stuff, people started to back away from you. We ain't looking too favorably at you. And see, you know what made me mad about that? First of all, they was black. Second of all, it's a lot of people that's up in high places that do a lot of dirty things, okay? And now you gonna shun yourself and don't want to do business because he got a little heat on him, and it ain't even that really big of a heat. Okay, yeah, he cheated years ago. He had a baby on his wife. I get that. That's messed up. But at the end of the day, is that stopping him from doing business? Is that means that he's not a good businessman? And let's look in your closet. Let's not act like y'all probably ain't been cheating on y'all wives with multiple women, okay? That's the hypocrisy of it. I just don't like, because you know it be happening, all right? Meanwhile, we get Leah and Raymond, they up in couples counseling. Baby, Raymond is just over Leah, okay? And mostly he's over Leah because of her father. He wants his company back. And basically, when Leah thought that she took over the firm, you know, Franklin Enterprises and all of that stuff, before her daddy had to put egg on her face and tell her, boo-boo, no, you still second in command, I'm not retiring. She basically made it seem as though he was going to be able to get his company back, Darman, okay? And it's not happening, you know? And he's like, in this situation, he just feels like he's second all the time. Her daddy comes in between everything, and he's just not here for it. He wants him gone, okay? And the therapist had to tell him, okay, I get you. You dealing with two conscious reality, okay? You're a black man, and then you in the business world. You trying to do that, okay? That's understandable. But then she dealing with three, okay? She's a black woman. She's a woman. She's black, and she's in the business world, a male-dominated business world. And she was like, well, what? How's she gonna be a wife, okay? Can she be a wife to me or whatever? Do she got my back? I said, oh my God. Oh my God. You know, they just got a lot of problems, and he trying to make it seem like the crutch of their problems is because of the daddy. And, you know, he was talking about that bailout, and he was like, I didn't want to take the bailout, but he had to. And my whole thing is, with this bailout, I need to know exactly what happened in this thing that made him have to take a handout from the government or whatever, get in business with her daddy. What happened? What did Jack do? Because when they had that little conversation when they was on that yacht, he implied that Jack was the one that messed things up. And then when is he gonna find out that Jack tried to kiss Leah? Leah's sitting there holding secrets and everything. Baby, when he find that out, oh, it's gonna be a mess, okay? Meanwhile, we got the incubator program happening, and all the candidates are up there, and it's this lady Renata sitting there talking to this dude with these 2002 cornrows in his hair, talking about some I can't see for this new Franklin sister or whoever. And I said, girl, you better hush your mouth, okay? Me and Angie looking at her like, girl, what? Okay. I said, Angie, don't say nothing. Pay her no mind. And so when Raymond came up in there with Leah, so they going around the you know, thing and telling everybody who they are, what their business is, and their degrees and all that stuff. Everybody got a degree and everything, but here comes Angie. She ain't got no degree. You know, she putting out there. She built us from the ground up. Okay, I ain't have to go to business school. I built my following from online, and see, that's why you can't come down on these people that start their business online, all right? And sometimes it makes you look like, what do you need school for at this point? Because a lot of the stuff that you can find to understand how to do some business is online, okay? Google, dummies for Google, or dummies business for dummies and stuff like that. You can find it all online these days, and you don't have to waste that much money. I'm not saying don't go to school, because sometimes it do come in handy, but I'm just saying you can find a lot of the basic stuff to start a business online, you know? And that's basically what she did. And Miss Renata, She basically was trying to say nepotism got her ass up into that thing. And then Raymond had to come through and say, you need to be quiet, because if it wasn't for the fact that your auntie was a senator who tried to get who pushed your way through here, you wouldn't be here either. So it's the pot calling the kettle black. So you need to be quiet on that one. And basically, Angie is like, I'm here to try to pull my own weight. Leah talking about something, I want to see your specs, I want to see all of this, and I want to see your projections and everything by Friday or whatever. Mind you, she had just put out there that that's the opening of her new brick and mortar. You know, she's been working online, building up her company, but now she's actually finna put her products in the actual store that she's about to make herself. That's what she's using, you know, her place for. That's why she's getting it all constructed and everything. And Leah, being the bitch that she is, she basically said, nah, girl, I know you said that that's what you're going to do on Friday. That's when your grand opening is, but that's when I want to see them specs. That's when I want to see all these details and everything about your business. And I was like, you know what? You try so hard to get this lady down. Meanwhile, she up there playing tennis with Tariq, and Tariq trying to understand why y'all don't like Angie, okay? I don't get it. Like, I mean, okay, I'm on y'all side or whatever for the most part, but from what I seen, since y'all put me in bed with her, from what I seen, she's a cool chick. She not doing nothing. Like, she ain't even coming off as if she want anything really from y'all, okay? Like, what is your issue with her? Because even like, when I came into the family, you was looking down your nose at me too. Okay, basically calling me to help and shit like that. Oh, I was jealous and all this stuff. Oh, so you jealous of her too? I said, call it out, Tariq, because that's what it's coming off as. I said, Leah, you really have no reason to be pissed off or whatever, man. And Angie, I get it, your daddy cheated or whatever, but that's your daddy problem, okay? Angie didn't do shit. Meanwhile, she gonna tell him, you just need to remember who family or who side you on, okay? Because we the one that took you in and we the one that did all this stuff. I said, I can't stand people like that. I really can't, okay? Meanwhile, you know, Angie was talking to Nikki about what she gonna do for her little project or whatever for Leah, and she come up with this whole thing about the Graceties. Okay, she was like, "Well, at the Graceties, you had the women that was there rocking naturals this year. So basically, what I'm gonna do to spice up my presentation to this woman, I'm gonna get together a lot of these women and talk about their experiences with their natural hair and how their journey has been. Meanwhile, Tariq is over there and he's so-called taking out cameras that's supposed to be recalled or whatever. And they get into a little back and forth, and she basically said, listen, I'm gonna need some space, okay? And he was like, fine, have your space. I said, why we have an attitude with each other like this? I said, I don't like this, okay? You know, that was that, okay? I said, Tariq and Angie, y'all want to play this game, but we already know y'all kind of official. Tariq, he has a moral dilemma because he really do like Angie, but he also is doing messed up stuff for the Franklins, and he's just stuck in a hard place at this point because either he got to do what they said or they gonna pull the rug from under him, or fall and tell her what it is, and when she finds out what's going on, she probably gonna dump him, but then again, she gonna still stay with him. She gonna be mad for him, and that's how it always go. It's always go like that. But at the same time, Leah go sit down with her daddy, and he basically talking about the stadium and how whatever the project with the stadium is supposed to be done months later. Okay, they supposed to have a few more months on it. He talking about something. He finna meet up with the people now, and she like, wait a minute, what? What's going on? Okay. And he said, listen, I'm finna get this stuff done because, first of all of this mess, because you couldn't keep your mouth closed, we got all this drama because it's circulating all on the internet. People, it's affecting his business and people looking at him funny or whatever. So he's trying to hurry up and just close up any and every business that he needs to right about now. And his main thing is trying to secure this new stadium. So he's trying to close that, and he want her to fix her mess, okay? You supposed to do what you supposed to do. You want to come in and be this big bad girl? Take this girl out, okay? That's what we need to do, all right? That's what I told you to do, right? Okay? Then, you know, she finds out that it's a meeting with the Graceties, and she didn't call it, but it was Angela that did. And she's sitting there doing these little interviews with some of the ladies about their natural hair journey. Like the lady was talking about her locks and, you know, the way that she was being judged talking to a judge, and she wound up taking her locks out, but then she became a judge and she took that judge seat and she put her locks back in. I said, I know that's right. And of course, Leah gets all up in her feelings trying to stop everything and then coming for Angela throat. And Angie had to be like, girl, what is the problem? Okay, I don't have no issue with you. Why do you have beef with me? And then they had a conversation that it came up to be as if she was trying to say that she's not trying to get money from them. But yeah, she's about her bag. She want to secure her bag. She want to, use her customers to get bags and stuff like that. But she wasn't saying it as if the only reason why I'm doing this is not because I don't care about my people, but for the money of it. Leah fucking taped the last ending of the conversation, okay, and recorded that shit. I was sitting here when she was talking. I was just like, oh my God. Angie, stop, because I have a feeling that she doing something, because Leah didn't say nothing. As soon as she said that thing about, yeah, I want to get the bag and I'm doing this so I can get this money and all this stuff because that's what I care about and all this stuff, tried to make it seem like it's a negative thing. She recorded that and she uploaded it to the internet. Okay, you already got gossip rolling around the family because you're the new person in the family, aka the bastard child, I guess, the love child if you want to call it. And now you want to put this up here to destroy her rep because you can't take the fact that even though the news is out there, the news is making Angela look like she's the good person in this situation. And technically she is, because she didn't do nothing. It's not her fault that she was brought up this way. She didn't ask to be born, okay? And so they just can't take that fact that she's getting all this positivity and they're getting the negativity. So they're going to do any and everything to bring her down. And she uploaded that shit right off the bat. Meanwhile, you got your husband Raymond up there talking to this guy, trying to get Darman Foods. I didn't know it was a food place until later on, but trying to get his business to be in association with his and for them to consider them or whatever, trying to make some business move. And the man said, let me see your projections. And he was like, cool, I can get that to you right now. So he gets on the phone trying to get it. And then come to find out he can't get it. Okay. He pissed the freak off. He's embarrassed because what happened is he's locked out. He's locked out the company at this point. He can't get no projections. He can't get anything. And he's pissed as shit at Leah about it, okay? Because it's his daddy. I mean, her daddy that has something to do with it. And he knows that for sure. And I said, wow, you're really about to let the father come between y'all. This ain't going to be good. This is not going to be good. If something happened to that daddy and it ain't natural, I'm going to be like, Raymond did it. I know the daddy got a lot of enemies, but at this point, it's looking, Raymond, you going to be looking prime suspect number one at this point because you have a vendetta, okay? Meanwhile, we get Nikki and freaking Taylor. And I'm sitting here like, okay, cool. So Nikki is recording Taylor's little testimony about her hair and everything and how she needed a ponytail when she was in cheer and she couldn't move the hair or whatever because her hair wasn't like everybody else. And so, she bigging her up about being the face of, Ease Cove products and all this stuff. And they just talking. And I was just like, what's going on? Is y'all finna do something? Next thing you know, she was like, let me get your picture or whatever before you blow up and all this stuff so I can say I knew you win. And so she was trying to, Nikki was trying to get the camera from her or the phone from her. And they kind of got close and they was about to kiss. And right before they could, Lauren popped up like, what? I said, what is this? Here go Nikki. Hey, what's up, cuz? And Lauren was like, and Nikki said, too soon? I said, yeah, girl, too soon. Too soon. And I'm surprised Lauren didn't say nothing about the almost kiss, okay? Because you can tell that it was an almost kiss. You could tell by that body language, by the body positioning, that that's what was about to happen. But she basically was talking to Nikki like, I'm glad that you dropped the charges. I hurt you, you hurt me. I'm ready to be there, okay? Like, Nikki whole thing is, I don't want to be with somebody that's ashamed, okay? Ashamed of who they are, And she was like, I'm not ashamed no more and all this stuff. And I'm ready to be there. Let's make this an official. Like, I've been wanting to make this in a relationship, everything. And I said, okay. So they going to be together. Now they're officially in a relationship. I'm going to tell y'all something, okay? What I won't do, I don't want to date nobody that's in the closet, okay? I'm sorry. I mean, we could be cool or whatever. And when, you know what? I don't even want to say that. Do I have a problem with that? Because truth be told, I don't really want to meet your family. I don't care about that. No, let me stop. I ain't gonna discriminate. I ain't gonna discriminate because, shit happened. But I understand why some people don't want to date people in the closet, okay? I don't want to be pushed back in the closet. If that's what you want to do, like keep us secret, if our families don't know, I mean, I get it. I don't know. That's something I have to think about. I never thought about that like that. Interesting. Okay, moving on from that. So we get Nikki. She go back home and she basically tell Angie she didn't want to be the face of and what's the product because she don't want the online bullying. She don't want to be the face. She don't want to be on social media. She don't want all of that stuff. Okay, Angela understood. She don't want to be put out there as somebody that can be attacked or whatever and all that shit. It's understandable because we see what's been happening lately. Y'all been seeing what's been going on the internet lately, girl. A mess. Okay. Meanwhile, Raymond gonna meet up with these big people. I guess the people that was supposed to, I guess, sign off on him doing the stadium. Okay, a bunch of white folks. He talking about some. Oh, I see what you're doing and you got your stuff all in order. I guess Black lives do matter, huh? I said, wait a minute. No, he said, who says Black lives don't matter? I said, excuse me? But then he goes in, you start off on a positive note to make it seem as if everything's going to be cool. And after he said that line, who says Black lives don't matter? Okay, this is a white man saying that to this black man. It took everything out of Teddy to not get up and slap him because you saw him go like that, okay? He kind of, he trying to, I said, Leah looked at him like, Daddy, don't do it. Just stay calm. But then you go into saying, but with all the drama and stuff that's surrounding you, you're cheating on your wife and she was going through what she's going and her mental state and all this stuff. Oh, we found somebody else that we can do it. We got some other bids. And then you want to put it in this urban area. You got it up in the urban area. And then you want to name it after this Black Panther activist or whatever. So we think that you're trying to make it a political type of situation. I said, what? Just say you don't want to put your money behind this nigga. That's basically what it is, okay? That's what it is, because then Leah said you can give them money and all and everything that you got, and all they can still see is your color. And he was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna be mad because they can do whatever they want to do. But what you just taught me is to never forget who I am, okay? And they got the hell up out of there. And before he said what he had to say, he stopped the music that was playing and he had the waiter and the staff to come out there and take their place up, okay? Took their food that just came out there. I said, I know that's right. I said, Daddy Pope, I know that ain't all that you gonna do, Daddy Franklin. Okay, what else you finna do? Baby, what wound up happening is he brought him back into another meeting and said, I'm about to you got a bid in, okay? Because in one of these stadiums, he got a bid, I think in Madison Square Garden or something like that, for the food concession stand. And I guess they got to go through the bid every certain period of time, so every few years or whatever. So now he's bidding to stay up in there. And it was like, you've been outbid by Darman Foods, okay? And that means my company or Darman company or whatever, my logo gonna be on everything. So basically, he just pushed him out of one of the biggest stadiums out there. Arena. That's an arena. Madison Square Garden is an arena, right? That's an arena, okay? But he probably didn't say that, but one of them big ass stadiums or arena out there. Either way, he done pushed that white man out, okay? He said, don't play with this black man. Don't you play, all right? Mind you, did you notice when he was trying to pour that whiskey, his hand was shaking, okay? And Leah had to call his ass out on it, like, what's going on? So of course he had to tell her that, he had Parkinson's, okay? And that's the reason why he doing all of what he's doing, but he ain't finna wallow up in it. He ain't finna let it take him out. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Meanwhile, after Raymond and cussed out Leah, because of the projection stuff, all of that shit that I told y'all about earlier, we get Angie. She's supposed to be getting ready for her little thing, her opening. And she trying to put everything together. And then her friend Alex just basically said, listen, baby, they talking shit about you online, okay? And he played her the clip of her talking about that all she wants is the money and everything. And of course, she had to go confront Leah, and she was like, "Girl, what's your problem? Okay, I'm out here trying to make a living. Okay, you don't understand what that feel like trying to start from the bottom up. Ain't nobody been out here trying to give me no handouts or whatever. I'm literally doing this for my child or whatever. You got this from your people, okay? You don't understand, all right? So what is it like? How come we just can't coexist together? I don't understand it. You like a crab in a golden barrel. That's the name of the title of the episode." And Leah was like, basically, you know what? I'm not mad at you. I'm not angry at you or nothing like that. I just feel ashamed of you because you are the person, your mother came through and messed up our family, okay? That's what it is. The relationship between me and my father got messed up when we found out about you, when we found out that my mama was messing around, my daddy was messing around or some shit like that. And I'm sitting here like, he was like, she was like, I feel ashamed for you and I feel ashamed for him. And I said, excuse me. Now I understand. I will feel hurt when, especially given that your mom has mental illness, was going through some things, okay? And then you find out that your daddy was cheating. Understandable. But at the same time, be more pissed off at him and quit trying to get daddy's favor, okay? Because that's what you're still doing instead of taking it out on the child, the product of this affair. She had nothing to do with that. Angie didn't do nothing, okay? She didn't ask to be brought here, and she's not trying to get money. She's literally trying to get her own thing off the ground. And you coming at her like she literally was trying to use this against y'all, and she trying to blackmail y'all. She trying to put all y'all business out there. You the one that spilled the beans before she could, because she wasn't about to, And it just made me mad, like, you taking out the sins of the father on the child. That's not right. And you're not even that pissed off at the daddy. Or if you are, you're not making it seem as though. Okay? And I'm like, that's messed up. Okay? So you're going to try to tank her livelihood, but you don't want her being incorporated in the business. So instead of her trying to get her own money, you're going to take that away from her. That's messed up. So when it came to her grand opening, of course, because that video came out and people was, putting it all over social media, nobody was really there, okay? And the aunt was like, you still have to go ahead and do what you got to do. And Alex told Nikki, we got to go get the reinforcements, okay? And I said, what's that? What's that? Change Nikki mind about certain things or whatever because she needed to help. And so while they having a little event, it really wasn't barely anybody there. Here comes Leah and that Renata chick and everybody. I said, why y'all there? Okay, why you there, just to gloat? Just to gloat at what your handiwork because you a bitch? I said, Leah, I don't like this. This supposed to be black girl magic. This ain't black girl magic. We supposed to be about black women empowerment. This ain't black women empowerment. Okay, what is this? This hateration shit for what? For what? And Angie, I could see if Angie was really coming for Leah. And she's not. She's not. Leah is coming for her, and it's just ridiculous at this point, okay, how we can go at each other for no freaking reason, just out of jealousy. Out of jealousy. Because I think Leah is jealous that Angie actually came from something that came from, I guess, the bottom and really pulled herself up by her bootstrings. And, she made something out of herself instead of staying where she at. And she has that freedom to do so. And she's working her own business without anybody telling her what to do, or she's fighting for this and fighting for that. Whereas Leah don't have that type of freedom. She got to hold herself up to this certain type of standard or whatever. And I feel like she's jealous of that, okay? She's envious of that to a certain degree, So, of course, Angie get up there, do her little speech. And she was like, at the end of her speech, she told them, I see not that many people came, but at the end of the day, I did this because I really want to help women out in their hair. And I love to do this. And this is something that I've really been doing forever. And truth be told, if I'm doing business, of course, I want to get some money. So what's wrong with her talking about something she want to get the bag? Okay, like, that's what we all doing business for. We're not doing business for free. So what's wrong with that? Trying to always turn shit as a negative, and she twisted that shit to a positive. And then she said, yeah, me and the Franklins, we family or whatever. And Leah, we probably just need our space. Let us be ourselves, okay? Just let us be ourselves. We don't need, if you want to be here because you think you're finna get some hot gossip or some tea, you can leave, because that's not about to happen. And see, Leah had egg on her face right then and there because she thought Angie was probably gonna get up there and, cuss her out or act a fool or whatever. But Angie is not living up to this so-called hood rat stereotype that she keep on calling her. she's very much classy with it, and she could get real gutted if she want to, but she has not gotten gutted with her. Okay, so she keeps proving Leah wrong each and every step, and that's what's pissing Leah off as well. But then here comes Alex after that, and he brings his drag queen friends in there, and turn the place up, and it just livens everything up, and the viewership on the Instagram live is going crazy, and the auntie telling them to get on down here if you want to participate in all that stuff. We having fun. Nikki come out there and she says that she the new face. Okay, she decided to be the new face, and everybody was happy. Did you see that Leah's face was lit up and she was laughing and smiling when the drag queens came through? I said, oh, so that's what it is, huh? Next thing you know, we see Lauren shows up. Okay, I said, oh, what's this? What's this? Mind you, let's talk about Lauren, okay? Nikki, what's going on with you and Miss Taylor? No, let me say that. Taylor, let me tell you something. Some of y'all, I be seeing this. Oh, because you niggas be doing me wrong or whatever. So I'm finna go get me a woman. Don't do that. Because women are more ruthless than men, okay? These lesbians out here will break your heart and do the same damn things these niggas be doing too, okay? Case in point. Nikki almost kissed Taylor. Lauren damn near caught him. Lauren and Taylor decided that, hey, we're going to be in an official relationship because, yes, we do love each other. Nikki and goddamn Taylor, after she congratulates her, they fucking kiss. I said, bitch, didn't you just say you was finna make this work with Lauren? Now you finna have these cousins at each other's throat like this. I don't like that, Nikki, Lauren. Okay, now you finna give this girl a reason to hate this girl. Okay, I don't like that. But, after that happened, Tariq gave her a bottle of wine, and they back together or whatever. She was like, I don't want no space or whatever, so we can be back together. And then at the very end of the episode, we see Raymond, okay? And we see Miss Leah. She up in the bathroom, and because after she found out about, Darman's food, his company finna be in this stadium and shit like that, I guess she took that as, okay, your company is about to be doing good or whatever. That's a good thing. So let me surprise you with this good news. So come on over here. So instead of just telling him on the phone that, oh, my daddy did this for you or whatever, I guess she was trying to surprise him like with a bubble bath and thinking that he would come over and do some stuff or whatever, but it backfired. Okay, he was like, nah, and clicked and hung up in her face. Okay, he was all up in his feelings. Baby, where was he at? Meeting up with Shelby from The Best Man. I said, oh no, not Shelby. Not Melissa DeSoto. What is DeSoto? What is going on? Mind you, that's his ex-wife on here. I said his ex-wife. And she's a financial reporter. Okay, he needs help. Her help digging up some information on Franklin because he wants to take him down. I said, oh Lord, here we go. This was another good episode for me. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it, and I will see you guys later. It's getting good, y'all. Peace.